Thank you all so much for stopping by today. So yes, you did read the title right. I want to go ahead and share with you how you can get free calla lily plants. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Okay, so very quickly, let me give you a little bit of back history about this plant. This was one of the first plants that I ordered when we moved into this home. It was like a grape calla lily. It was a deep dark purple. It was so pretty, and it has been in this pot for ever since we got it. And I probably can divide it up, but I haven't. And I'm scared that if I do, then it'll start acting up. This is really a maintenance-free plant. For us, it is a perennial because they're perennials in zones 8 to 10. Now, if you're in a different zone, you probably have to treat it as an annual, but you can still get free plants. There are two routes that you can take. So let me tell you basically what I do. I leave it right here in this pot. In the wintertime, it dies back. If I happen to be walking by and look at dead leaves and don't want to look at it, I'll clean out the pot, and then I will just leave it there until it starts to emerge up the next spring. And then once the spring times come and I see it emerge, I'll give it a slow release fertilizer, and I just pretty much leave it alone. Now, could it be making more blooms? Maybe, if I paid more attention, but they make quite a bit of blooms, and you will see in a minute, and so I'm happy with it. The only thing that has changed over the years for this plant is it has gone from a deep purple to like a pink, and I'll make sure that I flash the picture up of when it bloomed this spring. And it does not bloom all spring and summer. It just has a window where it blooms, and then that's it. So it's kind of like the tulips. It has that window when they start blooming, and then that's your show until next year. Okay, so if you stay in a climate or zone that is probably not in the 8 to 10 zone, then you'll have to take this route. And this route right here is once the calla lily blooms. Now, let me tell you this really quick. When I first got the plant, it didn't do this. The later years is when they started to make seeds. And so you'll know they're making seeds because these blooms will be weighted down. They'll start to weigh down, and you know that they're making the seed pods inside of the blooms. So at that time, you do have to wait until they dry out completely. So you have to keep an eye on them, and then you can collect your seeds, and so you can go ahead and plant them for next year. But for me, since we're in zone 8 through 10 and we treat this as a perennial, I take the little relaxed mode, and I want to show you that today. So what I do is I leave this plant alone. I let nature take its course, and then I collect on what nature has produced. And we'll go around in a minute and I'll show you what we're talking about. So basically, these seeds are being made, but once they dry, they drop. And so let me go around to the other side real quick. I just let them drop, and I let them do whatever they're going to do. That's what we're doing. We're letting nature take its course. And so once nature starts to take its course, you will notice that they will drop. And let me get a little bit closer here without getting in the spider webs. They have dropped, they have spread, and they're starting to make new plants. These are new calla lily plants. Now, they just started this probably a few years back, dropping and creating new plants, but all of these right here are potential to drop and then make new plants. And that's when we take our handy dandy tool and we collect. And this way, if you're able to do this, like I say, if you stay in a warm enough zone, you don't have to worry about starting the seeds inside, caring for the seeds, fertilizing the seeds. You just come and you just take this tool and you collect it. Now, I do let it get a little bit bigger than what it is right here, but let me show you what we collected thus far from this one plant with these calla lilies just dropping to the ground. But again, if you stay in a cooler zone, then you just wait till they dry. You want to make sure they're completely dry before you collect your seeds, and then you can plant them out according to your zone. So let's go ahead and take a walk to the back, because who doesn't love free? Free is where it's at. I love free. I love clearance. Every now and then I'll pay full price for a plant, but you cannot beat free. So let's go ahead, let's take a walk to the back, and I'll show you what we have. Okay, so these are not proven winners calla lilies. These are what you saw in the front that made seeds, and I dug them up. I always keep extra pots, and that way you can pot them up. But I have collected 12 new calla lily plants just by letting nature take its course and drop those seeds on the ground. And then I take once again, my handy dandy tool, and I pull them up from the ground, get some potting soil. I did put a little bit of slow release fertilizer in here just to get them going. Now what I will do, since this does die back when it gets cold and come back, when it does get cold, because they're slightly new, I will put them in the garage just to see if they'll come back. But again, we got 12 new plants just by letting nature do its course. You cannot beat this. You cannot beat free. I love when nature self-seeds and keep producing. It's like the circle of life. So let me know in the comments below if you have calla lilies. Do yours seed as well? Because like I said, they didn't do this for the first few years. They just started doing this, and each year you just let the seeds drop, and then you go ahead and collect them. And this is great to give to family and friends, someone who's looking to grow some plants. It's pretty much free, minus the slow release fertilizer and minus the potting soil, and you can recycle a container. So make sure that you subscribe to our channel, and make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification. Also, make sure you download the free ebook so you can know the basics and get in your garden off to the right start and being nice, healthy, and beautiful. As always, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you share this video with your family and your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, we will absolutely love to have you as a subscriber. So make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and until the next video, bye-bye.